Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Law of Agency ataupun Undang-Undang Agensi EJENSI dalam bahasa Melayu ataupun AGENSI dalam bahasa Melayu. Dalam bahasa Inggeris AGENCY. Recording 1. So, what is it about the law of agency? The law of agency is about the rights and liabilities of the employer and employee. Hak-hak dan liability majikan dan pekerja. So, there are 3 contracts actually that are present between the employer-employee relationship. Kontrak ini adalah nombor 1 bila kita bekerja dengan majikan employer. Nombor 1, the contract is between the employee and the employer. Number 2, the contract is between the employer and the third parties, pihak ketiga. Okay. And number 3, the contract is between the employee and third parties. So there are 3 contractual relationship. In the PowerPoint dia cakap 2 relationship. So if we have soalan final exam which madam tak boleh bocorkan, katakanlah dia cakap 2, itu pun betul. Kalau dia cakap 3, itu pun betul. Okay, depends how you look at it. But basically, madam wants to tell you, bila kita belajar the law of agency, recording number 2, agency law. Basically, what you need to know is an agent dalam bracket pekerja must listen and obey the instruction of the principal. Agent tu adalah employee, principal tu adalah majikan. He must listen and obey. So if the principal asks you to buy sugar brand ABC, but you go and buy sugar brand XYZ, you are acting outside the scope of employment. Ataupun in another word, you are not obeying, OBEYING, you are not obeying the orders and instruction of the principal. This act is considered outside. This act is outside the scope of employment. It is called Ultravirus Act. Ultravirus. Ultravirus Act. It means an act that is outside the scope of employment. So when we do an Ultravirus Act, that means whatever happens to ourselves or to third parties, people who deal with us in our day-to-day life, we have to shoulder the liability and also the legal responsibility. I give you an example. If madam is asked to teach law at UMK, but madam goes to work and teach you how to cook. If madam goes to teach you how to cook, for that 2 hours on Sunday during law class, I am doing an Ultravirus Act. I am doing something that is outside the scope of my employment. So I bear, BEAR, mana tanggung, all the liabilities that we come through that Ultravirus Act. Number 1, it means the principal can sue Madam Malina for breach of contract. Number 2, the principal can sue Madam Malina for doing Ultravirus Act outside the scope of employment. Number 3, the student also can sue Madam Malina for not teaching law. The student through the parent can sue UMK, right? Because Madam Malina teach how to cook. But the student will fail in their summons to the court. But normally, if you appoint a lawyer, the lawyer for your parent and for yourself will say, let's sue UMK together with Madam Malina. Why? Because UMK will be the first defendant. Makna orang yang pertama yang kena saman because UMK has the most money. Because basically at the end of the day we want money, right? From whatever bad that Madam Malina has done. Number two, sue Madam Malina as second defendant because she is the one doing the job that she's not supposed to do. But your summons against the first defendant, University Malaysia Kelantan, will fail because the university lawyers will tell the court that the faculty FKP never asked Madam Malina to teach cookery in class. The faculty only asked Madam Malina to teach law. So basically, at the end of the day, the student and the parent will be successful to sue Madam Malina but not UMK. So we can make the conclusion here that the liability Madam Malina has to tanggung shoulder because she has done Ultravirus Act. She can be sued by UMK and also she can be sued by third parties and stakeholders. STAKE. Stakeholders ni maknanya people who are interested in that relationship, in the agency relationship between Malina and UMK. People who are interested are students, parents of students, people who gave money to University Malaysia Kelantan and also the government of Malaysia. Another one, people who are interested, the stakeholders are the Ministry of Education. On the other hand, there is another concept we call intravirus. INTRAVIRES. Intravirus means acts of the agent which is within WITHIN, within the scope of employment. In another word, any acts that is done by the agent that is within or that is inside the scope of employment. For example, Madam was asked to teach law, so Madam taught law to you. Madam mengajar law, so that action of Madam to teach law is intravirus. That means it's within my scope of employment. I'm paid salary, I'm given my salary to teach law. So, if on the way to UMK, Madam got into an accident, who shall bear responsibility? Siapa kena tanggung responsibility tu? UMK will bear the responsibility for Madam because Madam was on the way to work. Or when Madam reach UMK, the floor in the class is slippery. Maknanya licin, okay? Lantai tu because cleaner tak pandai mop, licin, and Madam fall down and break my leg. So who should bear responsibility for Madam? University Malaysia Kelantan, because I am in class trying to teach law. I'm doing a lawful work. I'm doing work that is asked of me from UMK. So if anything happen to me, if I get electrocuted or if I fall down, that means UMK must pay for all my hospital bills and other related costs and damages, etc., etc., etc. That is why UMK being the principal, maknanya majikan, they, normally the principal, they always take or they always apply for employer-employee insurance. Okay, and then not only that, if whatever happened to the student, while I'm teaching law, UMK will bear responsibility and liability. For example, if the student fall down in class or get electrocuted. So basically, whenever I do an intravirus act, which is lawful act, LAWFUL, lawful act, that means madam would not be responsible for my own injury or for the injury of my student. For example, madam is a salesman working with KB Mall, and KB Mall asked madam to buy some sugar from Mahdi, okay, because there's no more sugar in the shelf of KB Mall supermarket. So on the way, madam got into Madam knocked somebody's car. So madam yang melanggar orang lain, okay? Without or bukannya madam sengaja. That means madam have no intention. So if that is the case, you know, the whatever happened, the KB Mall, my principal must pay for my injury. Even if I'm not injured, they must make good their own van that I'm driving, okay, and they must make good, pay for the repair of another motor car that I have crashed into. And if the people in that motor car pass away, they have to pay damages for fatal accident. Or if the people in the car got injured, cedera, KB Mall have to pay for everything, because whatever I'm doing, driving the van on behalf of KB Mall to buy sugar brand ABC to my den was Ultravirus Act. Okay, so this is the story. Recording 4, the law of agency. We are talking about ultravirus and intravirus just now. To make it more clearer, let's give an example. I given a law question last time, final exam. I forgot the exact scenario, but let's say Ricky was asked to buy sugar brand ABC by KB Mall from my den. Ricky went to my den and bought sugar brand XYZ. So we know that Ricky is an agent, and KB Mall ataupun dia punya manager Mr. Tan, both of them we call as principal. Okay, majikan. So when Ricky bought sugar brand XYZ, Ricky is doing an ultravirus act, meaning the act of buying sugar XYZ is an act that is outside the scope of Ricky's employment, because the scope of Ricky's employment is to listen and obey the principal. Principal asked him that day to buy brand ABC. Why did he buy brand XYZ? So ultravirus. Let's say you know, Maiden didn't know any better. Maiden didn't know anything, so they sent 100 packages of sugar, 1 kilogram sugar each, so 100, that means 100 kilogram to KB Mall. Who should pay for the sugar? Question mark. If we do if we do what we are asked to do, let's say Ricky was asked to buy XYZ. If Ricky was asked to buy XYZ, that means the contract legally is between KB Mall and Maiden. There's no personal contract between Ricky and Maiden. Okay, so if Ricky was asked to buy sugar XYZ, that means KB Mall must pay to Maiden, because in legal law, in reality and also legally, the contract is between KB Mall and Maiden, even though KB Mall, you know, the manager too, he never step, he never set foot at my den. He never go there himself to buy the sugar XYZ. But perbuatan ejen yang mengikut arahan prinsipal itu akan mengikat prinsipal. The acts of the agent will bind, B-I-N-D, the principal if the act of the agent is intravirus. Mana jika perbuatan agent tu adalah di dalam skop pekerjaannya, intravirus. So who have to pay for the 100 kilogram sugar XYZ? Of course, the answer is KB Mall must pay for sugar XYZ. And if my then sue both of them, let's say KB Mall tiba-tiba tukar fikiran tak nak bayar, dia suruh beli XYZ. My then will be successful to sue and get the money back from KB Mall because KB Mall is made as first defendant, but my then we fail in their summon again Ricky as second defendant because Ricky didn't make any mistake. Ricky was just following orders. So in this case, Ricky has no personal contract. He is not liable, okay, personally, L-I-A-B-L-E, not liable personally for the 100 kilogram sugar transaction brand XYZ with my Dane. In law, the contract is only between KB Mall and my Dane because Ricky has done an intravirus act. If Ricky actually was asked to buy brand ABC, but he went to buy XYZ, the effect will be different. The effect will be, since this is ultravirus, and then KB Mall decided not to pay sebab KB Mall kata kita suruh beli ABC, dia beli XYZ. Jadi, if my then decided to sue KB Mall, normally KB Mall will be first defendant sebab yang kena saman tu defendant pertama sebab KB Mall banyak duit. And Ricky will be second defendant. Obviously, my then we fail. Dia boleh bawa ke mahkamah tapi dia akan kalah, okey? Dalam penyamanan, dalam samannya terhadap KB Mall sebagai first defendant. Why? The lawyer for KB Mall will say, we didn't ask Ricky to buy XYZ sugar, we asked Ricky to buy ABC sugar. Okay, so Ricky's act in buying XYZ sugar was ultravirus. Ricky's act in buying sugar at XYZ was outside the scope of his employment. He was not asked to buy XYZ, so he must be personally liable to my Dane. There is a personal contract between Ricky and my Dane. So kalaulah saman pun, my Dane will be successful to sue and get money back for 100 kilogram sugar plus damages plus all related costs against Ricky. So in this sense, SENSE, Ricky will always be personally liable for his Ultravirus Act. Heading 5, the law of agency. So as a conclusion for this subtopic, there are 3 contracts, okay, present in the agency relationship normally between the principal, agent and third parties. But some books say there are 2 contracts. Both are correct. 2 contract or 3 contract. Dua-dua tu pun okay. Okay, so we can say that if it is an intravirus act, the contract entered by the agent with third parties will bind the principal. Kontrak yang dimeterai dengan oleh agent dengan pihak ketiga akan mengikat principal. Principal must pay to the third parties, like in our example, my Dane, because it's an intravirus act. Okay, and if it's a ultravirus act, the contract entered by the agent with third parties, only the agent will be personally liable with the third parties, and so this personal contract will only bind, mengikat, bind, the agent and the third parties, but not the principal. The principal do not have to pay my dam because this is ultravirus. And not only that, if the agent does ultravirus, he was asked to buy sugar ABC, but the agent went to buy sugar ABC, sama seperti disuruh. But when the agent went to pay, let's say agent pergi bayar dulu ataupun sign signature dulu walaupun belum bayar, agent cakap dia beli atas nama dia sendiri. Dia tak beritahu pun dia ada principal. Okay? Apa tu, bila dia buat macam tu, this is bahaya, this is dangerous, because when you buy things in your own name or when you represent yourself to third parties that you are the principal, by your words or action, orang ingat kita ni lah principalnya. This is very dangerous because this transaction will not bind the real principal. Kalau principal yang sebenar tak nak bayar pun for sugar tu, sugar yang memang dia beli sugar yang betul pun, ABC, memang dalam law, principal tak nak bayar pun, it is alright, because transaction yang dibuat oleh agent atas namanya sendiri hanya akan mengikat diri dia sendiri dengan pihak ketiga, tetapi tidak akan mengikat principal. The contract entered by the agent with third parties shall bind the principal if the agent made the contract not using agent's name. If the agent made contract in his own name, that contract with the third parties will not bind the principal. That means the principal would not be liable, liable, would not have liability. Kalau principal tak nak bayar pun, it's alright. Okay, so as a conclusion, if this is Ultravirus Act, the principal must have all the rights and responsibilities to take care of his agent. If his agent pay for money first, using his money to pay petrol, put into the van of the principal must reimburse. Principal kena bayar balik lah duit petrol yang agent taruh duit minyak kan dalam tank, dalam van. Principal kena bayar balik. Dia tak boleh aniaya agentnya sebab itu duit agentnya. Okay, so normally salesman guna duit sendiri dulu nak taruh minyak kan dalam van. So principal must give compensation atau reimbursement, pay back everything. And not only that, principal also at common law and also under agency, samalah, principal cannot ask the agent to do unreasonable work. Tak boleh suruh pekerja dia, agent buat kerja yang tidak munasabah. Recording 6, the law of agency. Madam dah bagi PowerPoint last night for you to read first. I don't want you to know all the in detail. I don't want you to know in detail jenis-jenis agensi. Janji kamu tahu sedikit pun tak apa. Okay, jenis-jenis agensi like broker, factor, power of attorney. Power attorney ni bila kita dapat surat kuasa lah daripada kawan-kawan kita ke ataupun daripada lawyer. Satu lagi Del Creder Agent, DEL Creder, CREDERE. Kalau you nak baca, you rajin, you baca lah. But actually, it's not for law student. Janji you know, broker lah, power attorney, surat kuasa, factor, dan credit agent, itu adalah jenis-jenis agent di dalam dunia ni. Okay? Benda-benda lain tu bukan agent lah. Like, letter of order ke, execution, order lah, execution letter semua, etc. tu bukan. Okay. And then madam wants you to read the responsibility of principal to agent. and also responsibility of agent to the principal. Recording 7. Please read by yourself duties of agent and principal. But if we go sepintas lalu on the PowerPoint, duties of an agent to obey principal's instruction section 164. And then kalau tak ada instruction, the principal the agent must do whatever mengikut apa tu customs of trade. Okey, apa yang biasa dilakukan lah. Okey, walaupun tak ada arahan, takkanlah tak boleh guna otak sendiri kan, what to do, apa yang biasanya manusia biasanya buat di dalam bisnes tersebut. And then section 165 to exercise care and diligence, maknanya untuk berhati-hati dan juga rajin, diligent bila kita buat kerja mengikut apa jenis apa tu skill yang kita ada that we possess. And then jikalau principal minta tengok proper accounts, account kita tu kenalah betul lah, accounting section 166. And then apa saja duit yang kita terima selama ni yang orang beri pada kita bila kita jual pisang ke, goreng pisang ke, bila majikan minta, the principal minta hasil jualan goreng pisang tu, we have to give all to the principal. That means we must pay to the principal all the sum that we receive on principal's behalf. And then if we don't understand, communicate with the principal. And not only that, we must be honest, HONEST. Maknanya we cannot let our personal interest conflict with our official interest, section 169. Let's say lah kita disuruh agent ni disuruh jual rumah, principal tu adalah apa tu tuan punya rumah. Bila kita nak pergi jual rumah, rupanya kita jual kepada adik kita sendiri pada harga yang kurang daripada market value. Ataupun kita jual, kita tahu ada orang lain nak beli rumah tu harga 500,000, kita jual pada adik kita sendiri 400,000 sebab adik-beradik kan, and principal tak tahu. And that is against atau in breach of section 169 apa tu Contracts Act. Sebab section-section ni mengenai agency law ni ada dalam bentuk akta, iaitu akta tu sama dengan contract law, which is Contracts Act 1950. And not only that, the agent juga must not make secret profit. Tak boleh buat untung rahsia lah. Duit kopi, coffee money, kickbacks, commission apa. Kalau he want to keep the secret profit, he want to keep the coffee money, he want to keep the commission lah, apa-apa orang kata jual lah rumah tu kat saya bagi you duit tau. 5,000 ringgit tau hadiah. Or duit kopi. You want to keep that money, fine. You can keep the money, but first you must ask permission from your majikan, from your principal. Otherwise, that is secret profit and it is abuse of power under agency law. And it is against section 168 and also section 169. Contracts Act 1950. And not only that, the agent also must not disclose, DISCLOSE, maknanya tak boleh buka atau beritahu confidential information or confidential document that the principal ask him to keep. Janganlah bagi orang tahu rahsia syarikat kita kan. Maknanya kita ini adalah talam dua muka. We are a traitor. TRAITOR. And not only that, the agent also cannot mewakilkan tugasan dia, suruh orang lain buat tau on his behalf, unless he got permission from the principal. He cannot delegate his duty. Okay, and then ada exception tu, di mana kita boleh delegate duty tu, tak payahlah. I rasa ni for law student ni. Ataupun, kalau delegate duty dalam kes emergency, bolehlah. Ataupun kes-kes, pengkeranian, yes, boleh. Apart from that, memang tak boleh. Unless you ask for permission. Okay. And then, not only that, Madam pergi take recording lain, ya. Thank you. Recording 8. the law of agency, the agent also have his rights against the principal. Bukan hanya principal got rights from the agent. Tadi kita cakap pasal hak-hak agent terhadap, tadi kita cakap hak-hak principal terhadap agentnya. Sekarang Madam want to speak about hak-hak agent terhadap principalnya. Salah satu hak-hak agent terhadap principalnya adalah agent must have the right to get his commission and salary. Okay, kalau dia dibayar gaji, mestilah dia kena dapat gaji. Kalau dia ada juga commission on top of the gaji, he must get his commission. Ya. Yeah? And then kalau ada orang pun yang bayar commission kat agent, the principal tak boleh menghalang lah agent tu daripada mendapat commission yang principal sudah benarkan agent untuk dapat. Katakan principal cakap kalau agent berjaya jual satu kereta, commissionnya adalah 3,000. Kalau jual 2 kereta, commissionnya adalah 6,000. Bila jual 2 kereta dah dapat 12,000 commission. Gaji kan. Gaji dia dapat gaji 2,500 bulan. Tetapi commission yang 6,000 tu kena bagilah. Kalau dia tak bagi, the principal has done apa? Has done apa? Abuse of his power. Dan boleh disaman di mahkamah for corruption dan juga abuse of power. Jadi principal cannot prevent the agent from getting his rightful commission. Dan juga kalau principal pernah berjanji kalaulah agent dapat commission dari orang lain pun boleh. Bila agent dapat commission dari orang lain, principal tiada hak untuk menghalang agent dari mengambil commission tersebut. Depend on the agreement. Okey, satu lagi yang macam Madam dah cakap tadi, the principal must reimburse cost that the agent sudah keluarkan duit in the course of doing his duty as agent. Let's say agent already pay petrol money to drive the principal's van to buy sugar ABC. Of course, that petrol money the principal must return back, must reimburse. Ataupun REIMBURSE, reimburse the cost, ataupun membayar semula kos yang telah dikeluarkan oleh agent semasa agent menjalankan tugasnya. And then we must also know a bit about lien, LIEN, the rights of agent to lien. Lien ni biasanya kita hak-hak yang undang-undang bagi kepada employee ataupun agent untuk memegang harta principal daripada principal mendapat harta tersebut jika principal tidak mahu membayar kita gaji ataupun commission ataupun tak mahu reimburse kita cost of petrol money ke etc. Katakan kita disuruh hantar barang kepada principal kan, kita ambil barang dari satu tempat mau hantar pada principal, tapi dia sendiri pun tak bayar petrol money kita, we had the right to pegang barang dalam lori yang kita drive lori tu, jangan bagi pada principal, because kita boleh buat lien, LIEN, against the principal. Jangan bagi balik barang tu sehinggalah principal bayar balik apa yang dia sudah berhutang dengan kita. Maybe dia berhutang salary, maybe dia berhutang commission. Tetapi saya tak pasti if we can do this in Malaysia, because kalau principal pergi buat police report against us kan, kita mesti ditangkap polis, because polis tak faham undang-undang. Yang mereka bercakap ni memanglah undang-undang. You see, but you think the police know everything about the law? And in Malaysia rasanya kita dulu yang kena masuk lockup. You see, but we are learning theory kan. So the theory is memanglah in theory agent can hold the goods of the principal. Makna the agent have the right to lien. Agent boleh membuat lien, okay, terhadap principalnya. Thank you. Okay, now it's recording number 9, if I'm not mistaken, the law of agency. Madam want to speak about termination first, okay? Termination of agency. There are many ways di mana hubungan undang-undang, hubungan agensi ini boleh ditamatkan, can be terminated. Number one, if we look at the PowerPoint, it can be terminated by agreement. Let's say Madam sign an agreement with UMK. Madam say, Madam, we work only for 12 months. So when the 12 month finishes, that means Madam will be out. My agency relationship between Madam Malina and UMK has been terminated. Habis. Okay, I won't receive my salary anymore. Number two, by revocation, when the principal revoke the authority of the agent. For example, agent buat salah, dia buat kerja ultravirus yang tidak disuruh. So normally principal will just revoke the authority ataupun terminate lah, ayat lain, terminate the authority of the agent. Ayat lain lagi, fire the agent. Maknanya dia tamatkan pekerjaan agent tu lah. Habis cerita. Number three, by renunciation, when the agent surrenders his authority. Yang ini bila katakan Madam Malina sendiri tulis surat mau berhenti kerja. That means Madam Malina as an agent of UNK, law lecturer kan. I surrender my authority as a law lecturer by writing my letter of resignation. RESIGNATION. Saya resign from my job. Okay, saya berhenti kerja lah. And then number four, by performance. Sometimes the agency relationship, is terminated because the contract has been performed ataupun the agent has performed the contract. For example, Kerajaan Negeri Kelantan, let's say sign a contract, agency contract with the builders, orang yang nak buat jambatan Sultan Yahya Petra tu coming from South Korea. So walaupun kontrak tak cakap apa-apa, when with the agency relationship finishes, walaupun dia tak cakap, is understood. Bila the bridge tu, jambatan Sultan Yahya Petra itu sudah habis dibina, obviously the agency relationship has been terminated, habis. And then number five, by operation of law. By operation of law ni, you kena ingat tau, biasanya selalu keluar exam lah. So, Madam tak tahu yang SEM ni macam mana. Tapi yang sebelum-sebelum ni, pensyarah UMK suka buat yang ni. Termasuk Madam. Okay. Di mana undang-undang tu sendiri cakap, agency relationship tu sudah habis, terminated. So, undang-undang sendiri yang mewajibkan agency relationship tu finishes, terminated ataupun revoke, another word. When the principal or the agent died, okay, bila dah matilah, pass away, maka agency relationship has been terminated by operation of the law. By operation of law because kematian, okay? Ataupun either principal or agent tu dah jadi gila, become insane, become mad, MAD, ataupun when the principal or agent become bankrupt, ataupun ayat lain insolvent. Insolvent tu tak ada duit lah, tak cukup duit cash. So kalau bankrupt pun, undang-undang mewajibkan agency relationship tu akan habis. That is why sebagai penjawat awam, Madam ni kerja UMK ni penjawat awam tau, public servant. Madam tak boleh bankrupt. Bila bankrupt dikonsider sebagai satu kesalahan, dek. You kena ingat. Kalau you kerja privately pun, kalau you sign agreement dengan syarikat private nak bekerja, kalau dia ada satu terma dalam tu atau condition that says you kena make sure lah you tak pernah bankrupt tau selama kerja dengan mereka. Kalau kamu bankrupt, walaupun nothing to do with that company yang you bekerja kan, they have the right to terminate your pekerjaan if ada terma, klausa, CLAUSE ataupun terma, TERMS, ataupun condition, syarat-syarat. Mana benda tu semua maksudnya sama, Ada peruntukan dalam perjanjian mengatakan kamu jangan sekali-kali bankrupt, biarkan diri bankrupt. Bila bankrupt, mereka boleh terminate your service with the company. And lastly, by frustration, number 6, I think. Frustration ni kekecewaan, the doctrine of frustration. Let's say we ask Siti Nurhaliza to sing at Dewan Terbuka UMK. So that is an agency relationship tau. So we sign a contract with Siti Nurhaliza. So there is a contract. Betul tak? Siti Nurhaliza if above 18 years old. Kan? So there is an agency relationship. Tetapi dalam undang-undang ada lagi satu lagi relationship. We call it, there is a contractual relationship. Number 2, there is also an agency relationship. Sebabnya siapa prinsipal dalam kes ni? Prinsipal yang bayar gaji tu pada Siti Nurhaliza. Siapa prinsipal? Majikan yang bayar gaji. UMK lah, sebab kita nak bayar gaji jika beliau menyanyi dalam Dewan Terbuka. So Siti Nurhaliza become the agent of UMK. Tetapi Siti Nurhaliza tiba-tiba tak boleh menyanyi sebab dia migraine teruk malam itu. So kita kata the event yang dia migraine tu is an event tau. EVENT, atau kejadian yang membuat agensi tu unlawful, maknanya tak jadi, because she cannot sing because she got terrible migraine. So the agency relationship has been frustrated. Ataupun Dewan Terbuka tu terbakar kerana lightning atau kilap petir. So the agency relationship dalam bracket, the principal is UMK, dalam bracket Siti Nurhaliza is the agent because dia terima salary kan. Principal bayar salary pada agent. The principal agency relationship ataupun the agency relationship has been terminated. Thank you.